Hello, I'm Karen Elgersma in Victoria's Chinatown, helping Fan Tan Gallery celebrate their 40th anniversary. And you're watching Go Island on Shaw TV. On today's show, a veteran who receives an unbelievable birthday gift. And we visit Point Atkinson Lighthouse in West Vancouver. And Carolyn Harriet inspires us to keep an edible garden 12 months a year. All that and much more on Go Island.
Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network.
Hello, thank you so much for joining us on Go Island. Can you guess where I am right now? Well, if you guessed Fan Tan Gallery on Fisgard Street, you are correct. And we're here to help them celebrate their 40th birthday or anniversary, depending on the wording you like. But what I can't believe is the story behind this place. It is such a great story. And unfortunately, the owner couldn't be with us today, but just as good, we have Tracy, who has been helping run this store for the last 12 years. Let's begin with the story behind the very first non-Chinese person here in Chinatown who came in 40 years ago to start a store.
That's right, that would be Bet Patrick, and she started in 1973 with two other gals. They were really did a lot of pottery, weaving, that kind of thing. And this side of the store was the studio side. We still call it the studio side. And then over the years, as that sort of went out of fashion, she's just evolved and brought in more and more home decor stuff, which is basically what we sell now.
And this building itself is worth the visit because it is an original building, a part of Chinatown. It was what, the 1800s this place was built?
It's 125 years old.
And this place has a story unto itself. What was it used for before it became Fan Tan?
I think it's been many things over the years, but as far as that we know, it was a noodle making factory, so they made fresh noodles here.
We are going to give you a tour of the store in just a moment, and we have so many cool things to show you, like this incredible countertop that they put in 40 years ago that just very cool, as well as some historical things about this place. I love it in here. I want to shop. But first, as we talk about history, this next story is just amazing. A veteran who came home from the Korean War mysteriously lost his medals. But they have not only just been found, but when you find out how they were discovered and how the person who discovered them found the veteran, you are going to think, unbelievable. Thanks for that story, Dan Kahn. We're here right in the middle of Canada's oldest Chinatown at Fan Tan Gallery that's celebrating 40 years this week. Amazing. I love these cats. Now, this is part of the story of this place. Tell me about the cats.
These cats have been here for probably about 7 years, 6 or 7 years. Fan Tan Gallery's always had cats from the get-go. The first one was Noka Maria, and after that was Fanny for Bright. Lots of people remember Fanny because Fanny was a little bit cranky. And these guys are the opposite of cranky. This is Scrat here, and this is her brother Cole. They're litter mates.
You were saying that tourists have come, like Japanese tourists, and put them on their blog, and
very, very popular.
World famous.
They are world famous, and people come to visit all the time. Often people who are away come and have their cat fixed because they miss their kitties. And
oh, it's so precious.
They love each other very, very much.
Another thing that attracts people from far and wide to Fan Tan Gallery is the really outstanding, one-of-a-kind countertop. But let's show everyone that. Come on over here. Look at this countertop. 2 pieces of wood that go all the way across. Incredible. Tell me a little bit about the history of this.
Well, Beth put this in 40 years ago when she first started. It's a ship plank. It's from the West Coast here somewhere. We're not sure exactly where she got it from. It's like you said, it's all one piece. It's kind of unheard of.
More cool things to show you in just a minute. But our road trip this week also celebrates history. It's just that kind of show today. We're talking about a lighthouse out in West Vancouver, and this very lighthouse was where I got engaged 25 years ago, November 11th. My husband got down on his knees and the lighthouse shining in the background and said, "Will you marry me?" So I'm very excited about this next story. If you've never been to Lighthouse Park in West Vancouver to check out Point Atkinson Lighthouse, it is well worth the trip. It's a beautiful park. You can have a picnic, go for a walk. And I know that as we celebrate our 25th anniversary this year, my husband and I are definitely gonna make a field trip out there ourselves. We are here at Fantan Gallery, right in the middle of Canada's oldest Chinatown on Fisgard Street in downtown Victoria. And this place is just so rich with history and so many great stories. But what I love about it is when you come in, there's always something new. It's just this beautiful mix of old and new. Let's talk about these beautiful little birds. Tell me about this idea you guys have for Christmas.
Well, these are paper mache birds. Our idea, we're really easing into the season. We usually do. We don't like to sort of do Christmas before Halloween's over, and we try not to get caught up in that kind of frenzy. And we're sort of bringing it in nice and slowly. We're doing a really natural thing this year. We've got all these twiggy kind of wreaths and stars, and sort of bringing it back to basics where Christmas was about family and about spending time together.
One of the things I love about this place is not only is there all these like funky home decor things, but you never know what you're gonna find. Now come with me, and I want you to guess what's behind this door. At first blush, it kind of looks like a bank vault, right? Can you guess what's in here? Dun 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 dun. It's a office.
Well, this was a vault originally, so that would be where the family or the probably the business more would keep all their money. As far as what I've been told, up until about the 1960s, Chinese people weren't allowed to have banks, so they weren't allowed to have accounts in our banking system, so they had to have their own way of keeping their money safe. So I believe in a lot of these buildings, they have their own vaults.
We are going to show you more of Fantan Gallery. Oh yes, there is so much more, so many cool things in just a minute. And we're also gonna head to the zone where Kim Rock is hosting, bringing metal back to the airwaves, but we have to take a very short break. But stay with us because more on Go Island. It just gets better and better. I think Kim Rock seriously needs her own radio show. I'm putting it out there right now. Kim, I want to see you every Friday night on the radio, or at least hear you. We are here at Fantan Gallery in Chinatown. They're celebrating their 40th anniversary. I love it here so much. Check out this tablecloth. Now, this is an example of some of the cool stuff that you guys carry here. How do you guys make your choices about things like tablecloths and fabric and the things you choose? How do you go about deciding?
Again, sort of just what we love. The Indian textiles we've been carrying for about 25 years, I think at least, from the same fellow who goes to India and does the shopping and comes back and he brings it to us in big bales, and we sort of get to go through it sort of market style. It's really, really fun.
Tell me about this.
This is oilcloth that we carry. We've also carried it for a very long time. You might have seen it at Rebar at Hernandez. We sell it to a lot of restaurants. It's fun and bright. You can wipe it off. We've had customers who bought it in recovered chairs and sent us photos that we post on our Facebook page. It's great. People use it for also. It's easy to sew with. People make diaper bags out of it. It's really, really cool.
It's so fun. So many cool things. Another thing I love about shopping here is the building itself. You have the exposed brick. You've got this funky floor. On the other side, it's actually the original floor in the building that was untouched, right? You guys haven't touched that.
Well, they painted it, I believe that painted it 40 years ago and then just left it, and so it's all modeled, and that's just from actual time. Bet put this floor in herself. This isn't the original floor, but again, you can see how it's worn barn, and it just looks cool because it's the real deal.
And behind us, they call this the kitchen, and it was the original kitchen in the building, but of course that's where they carry all their things that you would like in your kitchen. And then there's actually a garden. We're going to take you out to the garden in just a minute. But first we have to take a very short break. But when we come back, author and gardener Carolyn Harriott is going to inspire all of us on how we can garden year-round. I love Carolyn so much. And we're going to show you a little more of this very funky place. And also tell you about the anniversary. Woohoo! So you can come and party here. So stay with us. Love Carolyn Harriott. I have her cookbook, the 100-Mile Cookbook, and it has totally forced me to think about using vegetables I've never tried before, coming up with new recipes. I highly recommend it. It would make a great Christmas gift. Yes, and speaking of Christmas gifts, you want to come Christmas shopping and have a whole lot of fun? Fan Tan Gallery celebrating their 40th. Tell us about your open house that's coming up, or your big celebration.
Yeah, we're doing that on November the 10th, so this Sunday coming up. It's during our store hours, so it'll be from 12 to 5 o'clock. We're having lots of gift baskets and giveaways, door prizes. We're going to have tea and treats, and just we'll all be here. Lots of people from the past will be showing up, and we'd love to see you here and hear your stories about how you shopped here when you were little with your mom and all that kind of stuff. It means the world to us. So, yeah,
I love
we're
that.
very excited about it.
Now here we are in the kitchen, and what I love about this store is this really was the kitchen, and you can tell. And I just want to pick this up and start sweeping. I have this natural thing. How fun is that? Very cool. It makes you want to sweep when you hold something like that. But it's a fun place to work, isn't it? Because it really feels like a home.
That's right. Yeah, it does feel like home with the cats here, and just because it's been here so long and we see so many familiar faces. It's just a comfortable place to be.
And a home would not be complete without a garden. So let's go to the garden and see what's out here. When you come out to the garden, you realize the history behind this building in such a big way. There's red brick and all sorts of cool balconies, and it's just so cool. You must love being part of such a piece of history here in Victoria.
Yeah, absolutely. I love Chinatown. I love being here. I love being in the building, and everything is real and authentic in a world where it's really easy to find a lot of plastic and things that are just disposable and stuff. It just feels, feels good.
Now, if you want to be part of History in the Making, come on Sunday. It really is a great opportunity to hear the stories, get tours, and of course, with all the special gift baskets, maybe you walk away with a few Christmas presents. I want to thank you so much for watching. I want to thank you for inviting us in and letting us be part of it. If you have any thoughts, ideas, feedback for us, you can find us on Facebook, on Twitter. We have a website. You can email us, or if you see us around, say hey. Thanks for watching.
Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network. Men's Wardrobe by DG Bremner & Co. Menswear and accessories. Hair services provided by Salon J.